What up, my freaks? RuinousInsight here with part 48 of my Total Warhammer 3 Zhatan the Black Immortal Empires campaign. So as we saw last time, Ungrim Ironfist was taken down a peg at the Silver Pinnacle, though I don't know how many more pegs he has to be taken down. He's pretty close to the ground already. Anyway, he lies buried in axes from all of our bull centaurs and did give us a fun battle, so props to him, at least for that. We will be seeing him again, I'm sure, as he does have a decent amount of territory out in the northern World's Edge Mountains here, so we'll be taking that over time and seeing if we can't get his lovely defeat trait on another lord. And in terms of what we gotta do this time, well, we are near to ending the turn. We gotta do the building admin, but otherwise we've moved pretty much everybody but the tech thieves around. Then we end the turn and probably fight the last fight for Kugath here. Alrighty, so the tech thieves are gonna be the thing that we'll start off with, so tech thieves it is. Let's do them one by one. Alrighty, tech thief 1, go to Zoishank. Tech thief, oh wow, mine 8% chance of failure? Huh. Well, if you die, you die. Brass cleaver for Thrunbaj. Do you need this right now? I mean, I guess you can hold on to this for now. You can certainly make a use of the, ability that it has, but your army does need to be retooled, but we'll be doing that later on. Anyway, next tech thief, the level 1 tech thief, who we're keeping around because he's exiled, will be moving. Next tech thief, you got to go to Iron Rock by the looks of it, so to Iron Rock you go. Let's leave your Lamasu as well. Don't need that at all. Alright. Next tech thief. Oh, I can't wait until the tech thievery is no longer needed at all. Won't it be just swell? You're gonna go to 8 peaks if I can get you selected here. Away you go. And I'm sure there's more tech thieves where that came from. Journey complete for one of our convoys, and ancillary rewards swell. You are debuffed, so you can't steal tech from here, so I guess you're gonna move out this way, tech thief. Probably at least two more left. Alright, you, where are you? You're at the high place. I think World's Edge, but nope. That won't work, and the high place won't work. I guess you gotta head to Mount Squighorn then, right? Yeah, Mount Squighorn it is, alright. And I believe there was only one more left. That was this guy that we just moved, I take it, yes. And, okay, you have Sleight of Hand, which is great. You don't need that Taurus, though. Like so. Alrighty, anything else? Alright, yeah, okay, 2 more tech thieves to move. Fine. Let's get to you. I guess we could get you back to Nashrax. I know it's got still 2 turns, so I guess we're heading you down all the way to Karakungor. And then Tech Thief Dumb Tamer, you got a long way to travel as well, but you have 15 turns. So honestly, you don't even have to do anything, most likely. Most likely, after those 15 turns are over, we will have a decent enough research not to even care about this anymore. But anyway, that's all the tech thieves. Now let's do the buildings, since we don't need to. Well, I guess we could actually summon a couple of lords. I've been wanting to do a couple things. First of all, this troop train is a sorcerer prophet, which means, first of all, you don't need that rampage of standard. Second of all, an overseer actually needs to command your stuff. So let's get this guy, Bilius. And Lamasu, I guess you can hold on to Lamasu for now, and we'll get you Unyielding Command, Root Marcher, Inspiring Presence, we'll get you Fervent Fodder, we'll get to you Brutal Disciplinarian to buff up those Gabo units, Firing Drills, Rally, Lucky Lackeys, and Stand or Die. And I guess we could get you Tyrant in theory. You're probably not going to get a lot of use out of it, though. Get it anyway. Why not? And then we'll get you Survivalist as well. Beautiful. And then we're going to transfer Troop Train stuff to you, because you can actually make use of it. Do we have any global recruitment available here? What? Oh, you're not in the settlement. Okay, now you're in the settlement. We don't have much in the way of global recruitment, but we can still recruit at least a little bit of something. Let's get you a couple of cav units. Like so. Alright, beautiful. Oh, we got an extra Kadai destroyer capacity. Well, that's nice. We probably will want another, at least, army that does something with the Kadai. Then, I did want yet another lord. let me see here. I want to lord with the Skullcrackers and a bunch of regular Chaos Dwarf warriors. Though as to where they're going to be transferred out of, it's probably somewhere down here. So I guess we'll summon you at Ashridge Mountains, because these guys are going to come back this way and transfer stuff. So let's get... oh, and we already summoned somebody here. That was here at the Fortress of Vorag, so I guess at the Sump Pit then. Alright, yet another lord here, Bellicose. Alright, but you are going to be a little bit different. You're going to be an actual lord, and we're going to have you carry around mainly Chaos Dwarf warriors together with Skullcrackers. And there we go, just gonna add a suggested name, the Mad Hatter of Zharr, and he's gonna have all big-hatted units plus Skullcrackers. They crack the skulls of those who do not wear the proper type of hats. And you're gonna go for Adjutant, as well as Armorer, because we need the extra armor on the basic Chaos Dwarf warriors. And then I guess we'll go Root Marcher, Inspiring Presence, Unyielding Command, definitely Tyrant, definitely Black Shard Bulwark for the... Chaos Dwarf Warriors, and then definitely Hellish Blows for the Skullcrackers. Demon's Tongue. Iron Demon, Demon's Tongue, Demon's Tongue. I don't know whether the regular Dreadquake Mortar, like, it's not even included, the Dreadquake Mortar with the Skullcracker, so I'm not sure what exactly would buff it, but oh well. Let's get your Rally. We are probably going to get you Marshaled Military and Stand or Die, and then we'll worry about the other stuff after. There we go. We'll be transferring stuff. Now we can do the buildings. I just wanted to make sure we get more armies on the field. Let's go from the bottom yet again. Spike Peak, definitely defenses. There's probably a bunch of places nearby, and that will need additional defenses. Black Blood Pass, Hell Pit. Yeah. We can spend money on upgrading your defenses as well, I suppose, as the wolf taming pens. We can probably ignore most of the stuff in here, but we can at least build the cheaper, useful buildings. I'm not sure that there's any real point into going for patrol routes here, though. I doubt that the public order here is going to be problematic. It's a single territory. Most likely we're just better off building another demon smithy. Alrighty, next up, Cursed City. You are actually looking good to me, but let's upgrade that Dreadquake Mega Mortar. Blasted Wastes. Yes, we've retaken the Silver Pinnacle, but we are waiting until the Masterful Architects comes back up. Dragon Isles. Dreadrock we're gonna wait on, but the other stuff we can certainly do right now, and let's get that Charcoal Forge here as well. Scalded Delta. You are gonna get more money, and you are certainly gonna get more... ooh. Okay, the rail network's still a little bit too expensive for us. We can upgrade this Sorcerer Prophet's estate here, however. And the rest of the stuff isn't super important, so we're going to continue ignoring it. Alright, same Nanchang, anything that's way too expensive. Gold Sluice is going to be upgraded though, and we do need more armaments, ever more armaments. And get you here at the Fortress of Vorag. And we might as well upgrade the Altar of Fire as well while we're here. Alrighty, nearly out of money now. Few more things to build. I will certainly go for iron here then. Rather than a demon smithy, mind you, but, you know, more trade goods. And I guess we'll get the Sorcerer Prophet's estate, and we just have a little tiny bit of raw material remaining, so we'll get you, and let's say... max level? No. Let's get a couple more armament buildings. And I believe... ooh, hello, yes. To the port, and yes to the... well, I guess we'll need defenses here, but we can't afford them right now, so we'll do that later. Alrighty. Oh, well, isn't that nice? Now, we do have a little bit of armaments, but we do need to spend some next turn, as we will have our 4th convoy available. And that said, we could probably spend a little of this in the manufactory, or actually, no, in the Hellforge to increase, perhaps, War Machine capacity, although, wait, I want to check one thing. How close are we to reducing... the amount... okay, I forgot where it was. Should be here somewhere. Continuous bombardment, no. Demon Forges. Armament, no, that's Kadai units. Ah, it's Weapons of War. War Machines all the way up here. So this would take 1, 2, 3, 4 turns. It's a little bit far away. Probably not super critical to save on those then. I just want those Skullcrackers for the Mad Hatter man here. We can get 2 from Gorth of the Cruel. But we'll need at least 3 more and then 2 trains. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff. You know what? Let's wait until a turn. I just want to do the Kugath battle right now. Oh, actually, no, there was one more thing that I wanted to do. Let's check diplomacy. Tortured host and subtle torture we can ignore safely for now. Oh, how's it Maz? You're nearly ready for a trade agreement, eh?
Welcome. Now bow.
I wonder what... we can't declare war on anybody with you. Damn. Maybe I should have not used all the money. Well, let's hope that he still wants to trade next turn. That would be swell as well. Wintertooth's already... You know what? Maybe we'll do this with Wintertooth. I do want access to their units. And for 77 money, they're willing to go for a defensive alliance. Just do it. I doubt they're going to be fighting the other Chaos factions, especially since they're allied with the Shadow Legion, and the Shadow Legion's kind of close to them. Alright. Mammoth axis up. 1 second, I have to move my cat. Alrighty, let's see. Shadow Legion and Legion of Chaos we are still going to ignore because of their relationship problems with Nagorond, although it's not so bad with the Shadow Legion. Maybe a little bit more. Exiles we're okay with. How close are the Oracles of Tzeentch to a defensive alliance? We could probably do it if we declared war on some factions, like Talakwa and the Order of Lore Masters, for example. Oh, they're fighting Clan Pestilence. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. I was going to ally with Clan Pestilence and Rakarth. Would you do it just for Talakwa? Sort of. They'd probably do it for Talakwa and money. Okay, you know what? We'll do this next turn then. Alright, there's that unit capacity for the Kadai Destroyer that I was talking about. Alrighty, let's end the turn and let's see if Kugath is going to get caught by our ambush, but even if he's not, we should still be able to attack and destroy him. Supervisor for... yeah, the ambush did indeed succeed, and Kugath is going to be destroyed here by the Goblin army. We will not be needing our reinforcing a little spawned army, at least I sincerely doubt it. I think one of the unfortunate things is I believe, unless I'm mistaken, we don't have access to these for like 45 seconds into the battle or something, or maybe 90 seconds, based on the cooldown, which means we'll have to do without, but I'm sure the Gobos can handle it. Here they go. Alrighty, here we go. No speeches this time, as it is an ambush, but it is also Kugath's last hurrah, so we gotta give this battle a proper, well, battling. Anyway, in terms of what we've got going on in the ambush, the head of the enemy column is made up of their slow-moving plague bearers of various types, and we are going to be casting our first Flamestorm right in the middle of that. And on top of that, keeping away most of our regular infantry from that, so that they are not caught up in said Flamestorm. We have 2 main targets here. Target 1, as we can currently see and already getting damaged here, is the Soul Grinder. We've deployed all of our infantry over on this side, far away from our own spell work. And our own range units here, the Fire Rain Quivers and the regular Hobgoblin Archers, are going to be targeting said Soul Grinder. Same exact thing is going to be happening on this side, with at least 3 of our units of the Hobgoblin Wolf Raiders targeting Kugath, who's already suffered at least a little bit in the way of damage, while Gordas, ever ready to assassinate enemy lords and heroes, heads toward him. Fortunately, it looks like Kugath's guard, the Cultist of Nurgle here, is going to move away, which will be great for Gordas, as he should be able to dish out a decent amount of damage, while at the same time over at the rear of the column, Yobaz, our Overseer, is going to be breaking that Soul Grinder, which has already lost a quarter of its HP, especially to all these precursor weapons and various Hobgoblin Archer units. Very, very nice. Alrighty, I don't imagine that thing's going to last too long. Flamestorm still going in the center of the battlefield, and oh wow, Kugath has quickly lost 3/4 of his HP. Between Yobaz hitting him and all those debuffs, that's quite a lot. His stats are down 10 armor, 28 melee attack, and 17 melee defense, and barely 1,000 HP remaining as well. And very, very nice. Alrighty, and just like that, down goes Kugath. You'd expect him to last just a little bit longer, wouldn't you? But I guess that's why he's not Slaneshi. Anyway, let's see, 3 or 4 units of, well, not as many of them, now that they've been hit by the Dreadquake mortar drop, and yeah, it looks like this battle will be over extremely quick. The Dreadquakes come down on the Plague Bearers, who did a little bit of damage, to be fair, to our Rat Catchers, our Goblin Wolf Raiders, with the Exalted Plague Bearers exchanging at least some range shots, which is why we're going to back off. But otherwise, it looks like the enemy army is in very bad shape. It's not like the Plague Bearers can actually catch our Wolf Raiders, and all those poor Nurglings are just getting absolutely ripped apart by our Goblins. Now, these are super-powered Goblins, of course, so if where regular Nurglings may be able to fight regular Gobbos probably fairly okay, or at least hold the line. Certainly not Gordas's super-powered Hobgoblins. Anyway, we still have the Demon Spew, the Regiment of Renown unit of Forsaken here fighting, though it looks like not for long. We've summoned the unit of Kadai, Fireborn on top of the last remaining Exalted Plague Bearers, and by the looks of it, the enemy is now melting away. Gonna drop a Doom of Hashut, Doom Rocket, right down upon them, and the last of those Plague Bearers will be done for. Fantastic, and highly effective at that. Gordas, in the meantime, is going to be chasing off that poor cultist, who did not really help Kugath out all that much. With Slippery up, we're at 143 speed. Yeah, I don't think that the cultist is going to be getting away. And obviously we're going to chase every single thing down as best we can here. Gotta get that extra labor. I'm really curious to see whether the labor counts as maxed out for the demon units. Ooh, and he loses his head. Yeah, so what I was saying was, you know how we chase units down to kill them, quote-unquote, which counts as extra labor additions. But demons are banished, right? They can't be, quote-unquote, captured. So does the game register them as killed and thus maximize our labor? Do we actually get no bonus labor from fighting demon units at all? It would actually be kind of an interesting dynamic where there's no point in fighting demons for certain factions, like the ogres, for example, because they can't eat them, and the Chaos Dwarfs because they can't make most of them serve as a labor. Granted, I'm sure they could bind a decent amount, but certainly not in the numbers that we have. It would probably take quite a lot of effort to bind that many, even basic Nurglings and Plague Bearers and whatnot, so yeah. Anyway, gonna speed that up while we chase off. Okay, not for that long at all, because I was busy ranting about how labor works here. A decisive victory, and Kugath is done for. Let's take a swim. Alrighty, very, very nice. I gotta say, that was extremely thorough. Only the doggos survived. Gordas has only 2 kills to his name, Kugath and his cultist of Nurgle, so he did exactly what he was supposed to be doing. Got a very solid amount of damage on Yobaz and on his Demon Smith Sorcerer as well. Pretty happy, and we got a very solid amount of labor from this. Much more than we ever did defeating ogres, which is kind of odd, considering a lot of this army was made up of demons which were banished upon dying. Interesting. Well, we're gonna take the labor for obvious reasons. We should be getting a plague for that, I do believe, but I don't believe it is the bad one, i.e. It's not an attrition plague. So not a big deal. I hope. Unless I'm mistaken, we shall see. And I do believe if we can reach the Dragonfang Mountain next turn with Scaff, we should be able to destroy the Poxmakers for good. Peace Treaty with Heralds of Ariel, no. Throg, you want us to join a war against somebody, perhaps against the Great Orthodoxy? We will, but later. In the meantime, you can continue doing your thing. Alrighty, trait gained for Overseer Jeg Throng, and okay, not much happened other than that. Alright, that's fine. You, Plague Palsy. You have Plague Palsy. You know what? You go take this out. Take this army out, I mean. So that we don't re-up the plague, essentially. Auto-resolve this. This is an army that will be disappearing in a couple turns anyway, so why the heck wouldn't we make use of it? Alrighty, good, and defeated Kugath is still kind of garbage, except for fighting Kugath, which we will no longer be doing. Yeah, Yobaz, you got the plague, and this guy didn't get the plague. Okay, now, out of curiosity, who's that Nagashazar? Is it Clan Carrion? Are they still here? Yes, indeed it is. I'm not sure that the AI can actually declare war on Clan Carrion, but I guess would be interesting to know. Damn, that's a fairly strong defensive force, especially in combination with what they've got there. You could jump up here as well, which you are going to do. We will be taking the Gashazar, not because it gives us anything really, but because we can. And then I guess you're going to follow up here. We may need another army there, potentially. I'll think about it. Either way, troop train, you are going to transfer those troops, and then... like so. And then you are going to march this way, wherein you will be transferring troops. You, I guess, are going to be following Yobaz. I would like you to actually get a couple more units via global recruitment first. Let's say... I don't know, 4 Hobgoblin... okay, wait. Delete... I don't know, one of you... let's say 4 cab units. Honestly, 6 would probably be better, mostly because we're using these guys as a reinforcing army, so it would be better to have units that can quickly close the distance. In that light, maybe we'll do this. And then get 2 more. This is taking a lot of our global recruitment capacity out, but it's okay. It's not like we are really in need of it. You guys go here. I also wanted to double check. What's your sorcerer level at? He's at level 18. And he has Extravagant, eh? I mean, don't get me wrong, he did well there. But if we can get a new sorcerer at level 30-something, we probably... 41, yeah, okay. What lore are you? You're lore of fire? I guess we could get the compulsive guy. Go for compulsive. And buildings damaged in the Great Skull Lakes. Beastman raid. That's tremendously rude. Alrighty, you are going to join these guys then as a replacement sorcerer. You guys are heading out to where you're supposed to be heading out. Beautiful. We are currently making 3.9 nearly K armaments, which is also quite swell. Scaff, can you destroy Kugath? It looks like you can. Alrighty, and that will be that for the Poxmakers. Still feel a little bit bad because they loved us, but oh well. They must pave the way for the industry. Occupy as factory, obviously, and once again a decent amount of labor, and hey, Scaff has perfect vigor from that as well, and I'm sure that they were destroyed because... actually, there's no because about it, but they don't have any other forces that I'm aware of, so they were destroyed. Masterful Architects, and let's immediately upgrade that production plant. You will also... Casualty Punishment Faction might. Okay, I guess we'll have to get the Alchemist Guild Hall, which means we'll only have room for 1 armament building here. Do we start with the armaments? Let's just start with the armaments, also because it's in the same place as all the other places. But yeah, this is going to be a very, very nice province once we're through with it. It's actually not going to be generating a lot of money, just some money, but by virtue of the fact that we can't build a lot of the money buildings here, other than the Sea Dragon's Teeth, probably not too much, but oh well. Diplomacy. Before I ended the turn, I was talking about doing a few things, namely, let's see, Harganeth Clan Moor is not what I was looking at to you guys. Oh, huh, Harganeth is willing to trade now. That's kind of interesting.
Dominating.
Rakarth is more likely to survive, however, so I think we still have to prioritize Rakarth here. Plus, he's very strong, at strength rank 12. Alright, Rakarth, you're going to be prioritized. You can give us a little bit of cash. And let's see, do we still have the capability or capacity to trade with Harganeth? We do. Alright, well, Nagaroth will like us more for this. I'm not going to go non-aggression pact with them just yet. Just do the trade agreement. See how our relationship with them grows. And maybe if we can get a few more of those lords that give us additional relationship with factions, we will continue. We could try to get the trade agreements going with these guys, but I feel like we're going to let the relationship with Nagaron and stuff grow a little bit more, and then do all of these. Though this is probably going to be like 3,000 gold per turn minimum. And gotta keep that in mind. You want military... access. You're not actually related to any factions, so we don't actually care that much about you, sorry. Ah, oracles. You're ready for a defensive alliance. Well, I'd rather go with you. Hopefully Ricard doesn't try to fight you. I guess what we'll have to do is we'll have to try to get you and Ricard fighting the same factions. Skaven are going to be kind of annoying in this particular case, but oh well. Defensive Alliance? Can't believe you're willing to give us money. Alright, beautiful. And we will build our outpost with you in a few. Shadow Legion will continue to ignore for at least a few more turns. Military alliances... I guess we could go for the military alliance with Warhost of the Apocalypse now. They're probably not going to declare war on anybody that we care about, so yeah, do it. And there we go. Our first proper military alliance. And peace treaties, no. Alright, let us build the available outposts. So Oracles of Tzeentch, that's going to be... guess Fate Weaver's Crevasse. Right here, ooh, yes, it has everything already. Beautiful. What out of this would we liken to our armies? Ooh, Doom Knights of Tzeentch. With the access to Doom Knights, I think that'll allow us to build a proper all-Air Force army. I have a bit of a tradition at this point to try to build an all-air army in pretty much every campaign I can. So, yeah. Doom Knights. Beautiful. Construct outpost. And there's a few other things like the flamethrower units in general. Outpost with Wintertooth. Crackadrak will actually be destroyed. Forbidden Citadel we have no access to, so I guess it's going to have to be Zharr Encampment. Nelfari Plain actually has more stuff in it built, although we don't actually care about any of this. I don't know. I honestly don't think it matters. I'll just go Nelfari Plain. Alright, that is great. Some Bale Tauruses for some units, and that we don't care about. And yeah, as soon as the endgame scenario arrives, Crackadrak will fall to the Crackadrak Dwarfs, at which point hopefully we can reclaim it for ourselves. Okie dokie, now, Zhatan. Out of curiosity, how close are you? Well, first of all, you're gonna grab this mysterious island. Doomglade belongs to the Last Defenders. Power of Prescience, please. And did that give us anything? Oh, great. Favorable winds. Not what I wanted. Definitely not what I wanted, but it's fine. It's fine. Is this a decent place to land? Or do we want to move more northward to Libaras, for example? Oh, did you fail your tech thievery at Libaras? It looks like you did. Alright, well then go to Libaras. Try it again. Boxmaker's destroyed. There it is, and this time you succeeded. You go to Lamia. Lamia would be a decent staging ground as well. Oh, the Misty Mountain's fallen. Huh, interesting. Wait. How many more territories does Clan Morse have? 3. We're probably going to destroy them as well. Mostly because they're near us. It doesn't necessarily have to be this turn, but it is going to happen. Alright, I guess you can just land at Doomglade. It is the closest place. And it is part of the Lamia province, though defending it's probably going to take some I suppose if we move these guys down here through this way, they can help. The problem I'm thinking is that Zhatan won't be able to hold any of the places he takes here because he has to leave. But anyway, go to the Doomglade. He has to wait for his trains and his new stuff anyway, so why not? Can't raid here, can you? No, doesn't look like it. Ooh, speaking of his trains, they should now be completed. Which means, delete. I'm gonna grab those from internal recruiter Zork. And yes, all of this goes to Zhatan. 2 more Iron Demons and the second Demon's Tongue. Fantastic. Alrighty, and we need 1 more Infernal Ironsworn, which we are going to trade for from somebody down here. You are going to go to Drash. Drash has the last one, doesn't he? Actually, I think we gave it to one of these guys. Yeah. Alright, that's fine. Now, I want you guys to transfer some units here. You're going to transfer the Chaos Dwarf Warriors here, and you are going to transfer the Chaos Dwarf Warriors here. To the Mad Hatter. I guess he can have some blunderbusses. They have pretty good hats as well. They're not to the level of the Chaos Dwarf Warriors with Great Weapons hats, but, you know, they're hat enough for our purposes. Alrighty, and then I believe the rest of you guys can now keep moving back the way you came. We don't really need this, do we? The laborers, I mean, they provide no real useful thing to us right now. Alright, keep moving, and keep moving. Both of you will be transferring. Do you... I was hoping to put all of their units in one army. Although I suppose these guys are low level. We could delete them and just delete the other unit. Considered... Oh, we can't delete you. Okay, you actually have to be an overseer then. Wait. Yeah, you have brutal disciplinarian. Okay, good. I was just wondering. Rename overseer, which means you are going to be a follower. Which also means that you can now build up and transfer the rest of the non-Gobbo units. Oh, you guys can't reach each other? Really? March stance. Alright, transfer all the non-goblin units to Tordrek. Like so. And then move back this way. You're going to be building up some goblins. You cannot do it right now, but you have access to global, although it ain't much. Alrighty, get you a Hobgobbo unit right there. Alrighty. Nice. Now, ooh, hello. And there is another army here. Ooh, this is where they have a nice cinematic battle, though. I think we'll save this one for next episode, as we probably won't have time to fight it right now. We do have a new convoy as well, and let's get unilateral agreements. All convoys get an additional unit when completing convoy route, and income from trade tariffs +5 for every convoy route completed. What's our trade at this point? 25k. Starting to get respectable. Still nothing crazy, but nonetheless. What do we got in terms of convoy? Where can we send you and which convoy can we send? You have 9 troops, not bad. You have 12 troops, even better. Though you are a lower level. And I think those are the best too. I guess we could send this guy out. Hobgoblin favor. Oh, the troops that you have are rather inferior. What about your troop? What about... Okay, you're a pretty good convoy, so you can actually go fairly far. Alright, so we'll get you, we'll level you up, Rurikaz, and then we'll send you out. Better scales for you, I think. Alrighty, now, Rurikaz, we are going to add you, and we're going to send you out for some more labor. We can travel to the Wizard Caliph's Palace again. Money for labor, not horrible. It will, however, mean traveling through some dangerous territory. Money, I want labor. Troll Fjord is not accessible. This is armaments for money. Silver Tower Sorcerers, we already have a convoy on the way. I really need one of our allies to take Karond Kar so we can travel there again. Really quite irritating. Alright, I guess we have no choice but to take the Wizard Caliph's Palace route. I guess if you succeed, if you don't die on the way, you will at least have your Kemrian War Sphinx from this. And it's not a bad amount of labor either. So dispatch, please. I like so. And then... where are you? Rurikaz of Uskalag. You are gonna get some units. So here... you... go. There we go. Now that's a much more powerful army with 3 heroes. I don't actually think we needed the Infernal Castellan in here, but hey, why not? It's, yeah, it'll still be useful in here. Nonetheless. Anyway, I think with that, this is probably going to be a fairly decent place to call it. Yeah, the main thing that we need to do right now is admin, which I can skip over. I could do some of the admin between the episodes, but otherwise we'll start off the next episode with trying to attack a Drong first gear here, and that looks like a very nice battle, as he has a very elite army and is not so afraid that he isn't going to approach us, so that's great. And then maybe we'll try to get a second battle going in the same episode, because we do have other units all moving closer to the enemy. So stay tuned for all that. Don't forget to leave a like and comment. All glory to the algorithm. And thanks for watching.